Hello and welcome back to episode 72,000 of season 72,001 of the Training Log podcast. Look, it's been a while.
We're back.
For our loyal fan base of Oneonta, New York, Nyack, New York, Batavia, New York, and surprisingly, Brockport, New York.
Jared Smith.
It's been a long time coming for the show to come back, but guess what? Here we are. And I think we got just about the perfect guest to supply that episode. Wouldn't you agree, Noah?
I agree. Mr. Schimkus, would you like to say a couple words?
My first name, that's my first name. What? Like what?
Make sure you're talking to the mic, please.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Christopher Schimkus. I'm a D3 athlete at SUNY Oneonta. I am currently a sophomore as of recording this. We have like regionals this week, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do I say? I do steeplechase.
We're gonna talk about that. We are going to
dog.
talk about that.
I got 2 loving parents. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. So for people who may not know, Christopher Schimkus over here, also known as Shimmy, that's how we will be referring to him, and that's how you should refer to him throughout the remainder of the episode, is our teammate, my roommate of 2 good years, Noah's sweet mate of 1 good year so far, and we love him. And he is very much a character, to put it lightly.
A little bit. He's making me laugh a lot.
And we just thought...
You're funny, Bob.
I'm good.
And we just thought we'd finally share his wisdom on the show because it needs to be shared. He has so much to say, polarizing things to say. You may not agree. I'll explain. You may not agree, or you may agree, but you listen, and that's all you can do. That big bowler said that.
Yeah.
Kinda.
All right, so let's kickstart this episode. Shimmy, we always start with boring questions first. How'd you start running? Why are you still running?
Why am I running?
Yeah.
Why do you run?
Why do you run?
That made J.R. Morgan quit the team. I don't know. I think I'm gonna quit the team. No. Why did I?
You just edit that out.
Yeah, we just edited this out.
I'm not editing it out.
Why did I start running? Okay, well, I started running when I was like born, I guess, because like that's when I got the ability. But like when I started getting invested in running was middle school, because I had nothing else to do. I was sad and like, wow, hormones and shit.
Talking to the mic, please. But don't grab it because you might be distorting the audio a little bit.
Oh, you smell so good. But yeah, middle school I started running. Yeah, something funny. Yeah, middle school I started running. I didn't really know why I did it. I think I just felt a sort of freedom, which I do feel now, and that's why I keep running. And that's, I mean, yeah, I just feel free when I'm running. I don't have an obvious answer.
But that's a great answer.
It's fun.
That's a great answer.
Like it's people, like the people in the running scene are all weird and unique. You both looked at the camera like you were the main character, but you know what I mean. Like baseball, you don't get that. It's kind of just like everyone's like,
dude, talking to the mic.
Baseball, it's like. Does that make it better?
For audio-only listeners,
I have an air horn.
he does have an air horn, but he also just pretended to be a baseball player.
Yeah, so I hear you talk all the time about this concept of freedom in running. What's that mean to you? Like when you say freedom, like what exactly does that mean?
Freedom? Oh, sorry. Are you done talking?
Yeah.
No, we just had that out. No, freedom, it's a concept that I've like come up with just like recently. That like it's not just freedom in the running scene. I guess I feel free when I'm running. That's because I don't care about what anyone thinks about me. Oh yeah, I'll just hold that. I don't care about what anyone thinks of me or what I'm doing, because like other people's opinions don't matter to me. Because it's like their world, they see like a certain view, and I do too. So like, why should that hold me back? Like, if I'm gonna be weird and that makes me happy, then I'm gonna do it. It's also a healthy mindset. Like, I'm being weird, but I'm also disappointing myself, and that's good. So I should keep doing that. It makes me happy, so I'm gonna keep doing it, brother.
So it's a space where you can kind of tweak out. And
yeah, just be free. Like
there's no repercussions.
Exactly. Like I don't care what other people think. Like I am free. I am free mentally, where I'm not holding myself back. Because most people are like, oh, what if other people think like this? No one is holding them back ever. It's just themselves holding themselves back. because they're like, oh, but these people might think of me like I don't care.
So
If people like me the way I am, then those are the people for me. If you're not, then get out.
So can you talk a little bit about how that mindset kind of helps you in the racing aspect specifically? Because I feel like that's always been something that really helps you run these fast times that you
It
do.
doesn't.
Okay.
It's like kind of a different thing. Like with training, I just like running and like tweaking. But with racing, I just don't think. Like I don't think.
Well,
I know it's like very hard to process. Like most people, are like I have all these thoughts rushing through my head when I'm at the 5K mark, but I'm just like, I'm in the zone really. I'm living in the moment. I'm kind of like, damn, I gotta pick these people off. Damn, I gotta like, I listen to other people on the sides of the race too, cause like I'm in the moment. But they're the people cheering me on. I'm listening to them. When someone tells me to make a move, I might listen. I might not. It depends if like I don't know, feel good, which I always do. So I'll make that move.
So when did you start transitioning into this like viewpoint of, having freedom and not, letting others, kind of dictate your running and your life? And like, has there been like a progression of like running is my escape to do that, to be free? Or was it always just like, oh, I'm shimmy and I'm free?
Well, first, from middle school to freshman year, like when I started freshman year, it was kind of like, oh, I'm just running and like that's like what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. I guess it's just like my thing. It's my character trait. And then like later on, like freshman year, and then COVID happened, and sophomore year, I started like becoming more aware and like, do I really like this? Am I having fun? And that summer, going from sophomore to junior year, I started realizing like this makes me happy. Like I love being active and all this stuff, but I didn't know why still. I just did it. And then like eventually I got to a point junior year where like there was too much pressure on me. I was putting too much pressure on myself, which I feel is the fault of most athletes nowadays. Like the anxiety that comes with it, which shouldn't exist. It only comes from themselves. And that just made me break down, and it sucked. And also becoming captain didn't help because I like had to lead a team, but also like lead myself to a better mindset. But then senior year, going into spring track, I just kind of lost my mind one day, and I am the way I am now. I think I just like one day realized, why am I being an asshole to people? Why can't I just do whatever I want? Why do I have to conform to their norms? Why can't I just be free? And then when I got here, like it just amplified that, meaning like Jarsky, JR, that dude Matt Hayden, like all of them, just really helped me like find that group of people that I needed to actually be myself, not be in the town that really dragged me down for being myself.
You brought up Jarsky, who happened to be a guest on the show before. And we asked him about his relationship with your high school coach, Deggs. I would love to ask you about your relationship with your high school coach, Deggs, because I know it's a very important one.
Yeah, so Deggs is one of, if not the most influential person in my life. Jared Morgan is slowly climbing up that ladder. But Deggs was, well, he wants us to call him an asshole, and that's like the whole joke with it. Which, yeah, he was an asshole. But his training regimen really wasn't to make us better for races. It was more to get us ready for life. Because, like, there was nothing that was going to be harder than his workouts. He would give us just stuff that would break us down to the very, like, core of ourselves. And if you didn't do that, then that was just your fault. Like, you didn't take advantage of what he gave you. Which is, like, exactly what he did with a workout called The Gift. 4 400s all out. Still my favorite workout ever. With 60 seconds rest in between. Because it's supposed to hurt. You're supposed to not feel good. But that's the whole point of it. Because that's the lowest that your life can get. Doing The Gift. And everything else from there is just easy. So I'm eternally grateful for that. He always treated me like a kid, and I respect that a lot too. Like always putting me in my place. And that just helps me now, like helps build up a confidence for myself. And I'm very grateful for him in my life.
So talking about building confidence, I'm assuming like when I started a sport, I would have continued if I wasn't like good at it, if that kind of makes sense. I feel like that's a lot of, things you pick up. Initially, when you started running, were you good and that's kind of how you gained confidence? Like, what were some
No.
moments?
No, I was not good.
What were some moments that were like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this, and I like this sport?
Okay, I won like a single race, and I'm like, oh, I guess I could run fast. And then there was that one person that sabooks me, and that just didn't feel good. But at the same time, I didn't focus on winning races. I just focused on becoming better for myself. Like, yeah, I want to win races, become county champ. I never was county champ. Boo-hoo. But other than that, I've just focused on improving myself personally and just, like, always getting a better PR. Because, like, personally speaking, team aspects never really stuck with me in Master Pico days, and now it sort of is with Oneonta. But my main goals aren't really to, like, get a team to nationals or, like, help our team win states or counties or whatever. It was always just, I want to win this event, or I want the school record. In high school, I wanted the 5K school record. I didn't get it because I half-assed things. I'm going to throw up. And then in high school, I also tried to get the steeple school record, and I was 14 seconds off. Oh! And now if I ran that time in high school that I have now, I would have had it, but that's the past. Can't change that. So now, trying to live in the moment, try to get maybe the AK school record, but I'm going to get the steeplechase school record for SUNY, Oni, Anta, and take it from John Thomas Bierman.
So let's say you're looking back on a season. I don't know if you actually do that. Do you do that? Do you, like, reflect on seasons?
I don't, okay. I hate reflecting on seasons. Oh, it depends.
Yes, it can.
Oh, damn!
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, but I don't like reflecting on seasons because it's like comparing myself to the past, like, oh, what worked last time I should do again? Because then I'm living in the past, and I hate doing that. But what I like doing is living the past with the memories that I've made. So, like, I never focus on past track meets or, like, oh, what was my pre-meet or what workout did we do? Oh, my God. I don't care. I like focusing on the past of, like, my past, like, just memories I've made with friends. So, like, if me and you guys went, like, and stole something, which we didn't, let the record reflect, we never stole anything. Did we? I don't know.
We didn't steal anything.
But, like, if we did something like that, I'm going to remember that because it's just, like, a fun time in my life. But racing, I don't think back on that because that's just, like, it's too personal for me, and I don't like focusing on just moments with me because then I feel alone. I like focusing on the moments where I've had my friends around me because then it makes me remember that life's worth living.
I really kind of needed that because we had, I like to think, I don't know if you guys would agree, a freaking awesome pre-meet day in Oswego.
Oh my
like, we
God.
had such a fun...
That was the best
like,
day
we
ever.
just had such a fun time, and then the race didn't go well, at least for me personally, a lot of other people.
Yeah,
but,
we
like,
did win SUNY X.
we did not win SUNYAX, freaking Cortland. But we had an awesome time in Oswego in general.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's all we have to really remember,
Never really
honestly.
forget that.
Yeah. We can just remember the fun times and not the bad ones. I mean, learn from them, obviously, if you want to, which I do. But you might not, and that's okay. That's fine. Noah,
So,
add?
So, like, looking back at some of your races, do you note areas of improvement in your...
Sorry, I was tweaking. What would you say?
So looking back at some of your races this season, do you ever reflect and it's like, okay, this is some points where, like, I could have done better, or, like, you know, because obviously there's some self-improvement aspect to it in reflecting. Do you ever look back or, like, have conversation with coaches of, like, this is what I can do better, or do you always just, like, I'm free and I'm gonna not think about it and just run the hardest I can?
I just live in the moment. I don't think back in the race like, oh, what happened? How did I feel? That was like the past me, what I felt. I don't remember what I felt in the race. That was John Run, which I'm assuming you guys are going to ask about soon.
We will.
Stuart. But I think after the race, when, like, everyone's talking with coaches, like, oh, what were my splits at the 5K mark where I mogged? Like, I remember mogging at the 5K mark, but I don't remember, like, how I felt when I mogged at the 5K mark. So, like, I just don't think about it back then. I think in the moment after the race, like, okay, how do I feel? Am I tight? Am I sore? Do I have that DMT going through my... Wait, is that the drug or the, like, positive?
Yeah, the drug.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I don't have
Yeah.
DMT. No. Serotonin!
There you go.
Yeah, I've got serotonin rushing through my head, like, 24/7, but after a race, like, it's on overdrive. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to cool down and just, like, treat my body, and then, like, the next day fix my body and all that. Because, like, I just want to fix my body. I want to fix my body. And being injured sucks. I want to fix my body. Running while injured sucks. So I might as well not have that happen and treat my body.
You are somebody who, unfortunately, has gone through your fair share of injuries. For
Yeah,
somebody
like
with the mindset of you,
big moments.
how do you deal with that?
Okay, so sophomore year of high school, I didn't deal with it. I was just like so depressed. I'm like, I have shin splints. And then I just didn't take advantage of it. Deg said, do this, this, and this. And I'm like,
For audio-only
Oh,
listeners,
yeah, sorry, I forgot there's like people.
he was being silent.
For audio-only listeners, throughout the thing, I'm taking shots of lime juice. Here, look at this, lime juice.
Chug, chug, chug.
For audio-only listeners, he just took a swig of lime juice.
See how I don't react? Because I'm so strong. I'm mentally strong. Sorry, what was the question again?
No reaction.
Injuries, sophomore year.
Right, sophomore year, my Degs...
That's
My
staying
coach,
in.
Degs, told me, do all this to fix your shin splints. And I'm like, no, it's impossible. And then right as summer started, going into my junior year, I decided to do the thing. And the next day after I did like 1 day of rehab, it went away. So I was just an idiot, a dumb-ass freshman, and just didn't do anything. But now, I just these past few months, from June all the way to now, November, I have had quad weakness, knee pain, shin splints again, calf tightness, my arm like gave out, it was tweaking, and I was bald. So like there were a lot of things going on that just like kept dragging me down. But I realized like from my past, like all these things can't hurt me all coming at once, because like I just have to focus on one thing at a time. So like the bald thing, I just have to wait for that, unfortunately. And then all other stuff, like shout out to Shelby. I just have to go to the trainers and just take care of my body. And unfortunately, I have to run softer, which I hate doing. I like running all out all the time. I think it's the best thing to do.
So what's the problem? Have you figured out like why you're getting injured?
Okay, well, the quad stuff, my entire left side is weak because of steeplechase. Because when the entire right side of my body is weak because of steeplechase. I'm always pushing off with my left side, so that it gets more opportunities to strengthen. And then the right is just like, so that's why. My calf was just very tight because it was tight. I don't know. It was tight.
I've never met anybody who loves steeple as much as you. Can you explain your deep-found love for steeple?
Okay, listen. Steeplechase is just, it saved my life in high school, because the first time that I did it, I was supposed to run a mile for a race, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And my coach was like, how about you do steeplechase? You want to try that? I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, sure, okay. And then puts me in, and I have the time of my life, because it's not like every other event where you're just... It's kind of like that feeling that I think hurdlers get. Sorry for any hurdlers if like this is not how you feel, but it's not just running. It's like you got two things at once going on. You're running, and then you got to be like, okay, count my steps. Got to jump now. Woo! And it's just fun because it's not just running. I'm not just like running around a circle. I'm running in a circle with obstacles. And that's just fun to me because like also the water pit, like I just feel so alive when I get splashed, because you're always going to have a foot in the water pit. So like, yeah, got to do it. Job's got to be done. And, like, seeing every other steeplechaser out there, I just have huge respect for them. Because they're willing to do something that most runners don't do and just, like, run, but even harder. Because I got to say, steeplechase is one of the, in track scene, like, is one of the hardest events. Along with, like, I guess the 10K Jack Balls reference. So, it's fun. It's just very fun. Like, at first it hurt my body, but it was curing my mind. And now it doesn't hurt at all because I take care of my body now.
Good.
So speaking of fun, you've been taught your genre, right? You're Stuart.
Okay.
You're Marc.
Listen, okay, I feel like that needs some explaining.
And Shimmy.
And Shimmy.
And Christopher.
And
Chris.
And Chris. So we went to this mental exercise training with Mr. Ted Lasso. Talking about
okay.
Ted Lasso.
I wasn't there for that.
Ted Lasso
It
was
wasn't
there.
the real Ted. It was like
in
it was
Morris
Ted
Hall, like a little before Halloween, and this whole mental performance
While you explain,
exercise.
I'm gonna do some push-ups.
was about unlocking your alter ego to unlock your deepest like mental potential. You know, like Prime Time, like Deion Sanders, like all the Kobe with a Black Mamba,
Right.
all these people with alter egos. They have their real life Kobe, you know, father,
Yeah.
you know, husband, and then basketball player,
Rest in peace.
Black Mamba.
Kobe's dead.
Yeah.
Just having that separate identities when it comes to sport. You have your separate identity, your alter ego, John Run. What do you use during the race, John Run?
Yeah, I'm John Run.
So explain all your not all your alter egos, but some of your alter egos, your favorite. Like, how did that come about? Being John Run, just in college, or were you John Run in high school, or what?
I never explained the story to you, but John Run isn't just like, oh. John Run isn't just like, oh, I'm John Run. Like, in high school, junior year, yeah, we're going back to that. When I was so upset, my friends called me, like, John Run. Like, friends outside of track. And they were like, let's go, John Run. And I'm so out of breath after the push-ups.
For audio-only listeners, he just did a bunch of push-ups.
Sorry, I'm losing.
Even for video listeners, watchers.
Oh!
He went off
If the audio listeners heard that.
I might cut it out.
Is that the part where you're going to cut out where it's like, oh, and then we like...
Yeah.
I
probably won't.
Okay. Oh, okay, sounds good. What was I saying? God damn it. And yeah, high school, my friends outside of track, they were like, "Oh, it's John Run," because that's what they called my name. Like, everyone was a John of something. My friend Chris Falcone, he's John Chest because he's like this, and I'm John Run, and that's where I like felt alive because Schimkus, Chris Schimkus at the time, whatever, was not happy. But like John Run was a form that they never saw before. I was always in school just like, meh. I was a bot. I was an NPC. And they hated seeing that. But when they went to a track meet and they saw me run and coming off the line like, like tweaking, they're like, yeah, John Run, because they wanted to see me happy. And that's where I actually felt happy. And I'm like, God damn it, these people are actually looking out for me. And I do feel alive with track, but do I really? And then I lost my mind, and yeah, I feel alive with track. But John Run now is still the same person, but my entire life is just John Run. Like, I want to be free. I want to be myself. And John Run is always towing the line. And I just want to see him get a PR. Because he's the guy who saved my life.
So other than freedom, how do you unlock John Run, and what are some characteristics of John Run?
Okay. So first off, characteristics of John Run. John Run has glasses on, and my shoe's untied. John Run has glasses on, and it's just that's the whole characteristic with him. But the way that I really unlock him, there's like two ways now. One of them is just like laughing, internally or externally, because I feel like that's the best way to be free. Because like other people are like, oh my God, you're a psycho, and I'm like, no, I'm free. And another way is just focusing on my heartbeat, because it hasn't stopped, so I shouldn't either.
Well, that's profound. That's profound. I'm not backing down from that statement.
Out in the Midwest Indigo. Sorry.
I like the statement of my heart hasn't stopped beating, so why should I? I think that's a good statement. I'm not gonna steal it. I'll credit you, but I think that's a great statement.
My idea now.
I think coming off of the line and seeing you is like one of my favorite things in running, because like you said, you're just so, besides attractive, you're just so like, it's just like your natural form. Like, it's where you should be. It just feels like I just love seeing you after. It makes me happy.
How do I look? I can't. There's no.
You're just happy. You just like
aura.
Yeah. You got that feel about you. You got that vibe to you. You're just happy.
Yeah,
I like.
We just did something that other people don't do. Like,
Yes.
Most of the world, we're like the 1% of the world. I want to be the uncommon amongst the uncommon. Like, we're all uncommon. We're like athletes. We're D3 athletes. We are students, athletes, humans, fat, like all those characteristics combined. And like.
Don't stop now.
Keep
going.
We have to deal with all that. I want to be more uncommon. I want to be the best. I want the school record. in steeplechase. Because not most people can say that they could do that, right? That's what will make me uncommon, running the fastest time. Not being like, ooh, I made a small improvement. Like, I want big improvements. I want to show that my work that I put in is good coming out. I just want to succeed. I just want to prove to myself that I could put my name somewhere in history. Because when we're all dead, no one's going to remember Chris Schimkus. But they're going to look at that board and be like, who was Chris Schimkus? Or there's going to be like, I don't care.
And they can watch this to realize.
Is this going to be here in like 5,000 years?
Yeah.
Could be.
We're going to send this to the aliens.
Media is at Lucasburg.
Training Log
Your
podcast.
ancestors are going to like praise you for making this podcast. Or hate you. I don't know.
Yeah, Noah and I were just having a conversation the other day where I think it's nice to put it in perspective, the fact that we can do things that 99% of people really cannot do or even come close to it.
Most people can't break
Just-
5 in the mile.
Yeah, a
Even
lot,
less people can break 4 in the mile.
which is why I want to do it.
Exactly.
But, yeah, so it just goes to your point. But also, just the fact that we live the lifestyle that we do live is just something to be proud of already. And I think it's something that when you're bogged down by comparison, because remember, comparison's the thief of joy, then you can look to other people and be like, you know what? I don't think that person's doing what I'm doing, and we live a pretty good lifestyle. So I think we can all be proud of ourselves whenever we want.
Dude deserves a pat on the back.
Yeah. For audio only. Ow! Oh.
More seriously, I have a question. So, I'm confused. When
Yes,
you
One Piece is my favorite anime.
Okay, I don't care. When you talk about not thinking in the race, right? What do you tell yourself in the race when it gets hard?
I laugh. I laugh in my head. I could laugh externally, but internally, if something's like, I'm not feeling good, like, just imagine a band of me, which that sounds terrifying, just all laughing sporadically, and there's like a bunch of papers flying everywhere. Because, like, all logic is out the window during the race. Like, is this pain? Oh my God, bruh. Hell nah, man. All logic's out the window. Like, am I hurting the race? It doesn't even matter. Just finish the race. What am I going to do? Ooh, I'm not feeling good. I have to step off the line. No, I'm going to finish the race because, like, we need points or whatever. But also, I want to prove to myself that an injury can't stop me, that it's all mental. Yes.
Oh, that was all?
I know it's, like, hard for some people to be like, oh, my God, how do I stop thinking in a race? And it's different for every person. For me, it's just laughing and losing my mind even more. It's just regressing more into who I truly am and not being like a runner. Because I'm not a runner in a race. I'm John Run in a race.
So what if you know when you get that sinking feeling that a lot of people get of like, oh, this is a bad race. Like, I just don't have it today. What do you do then?
I'm going to finish the race. I'm not
Obviously. No, I know. But, like, how do you stay in it, essentially?
I just tell myself that that's a thought for after the race. I'm not going to tell myself mid-race, oh, it's over. Like, that's just going to make things worse. After the race, I could reassess and just be like, okay, keep moving forward. It was a bad race. Cool down, stretch, do what it takes. Just calm my mind. But I can't go about this with a negative mindset then. I have to stay positive. I'm going to be upset, but I have to stay positive. I feel like there's a difference between being upset and negative and also being happy and positive. Like, you could be happy but be a very negative person. But you could also be very upset but also be a very positive person.
I very much agree with that. Do you, like, not want me to agree with
No,
you with something? You just turn to me and, like, with a...
respond? No, sorry, that's my face. My face is very intimidating.
It's a great point.
Yeah, I'll get 5K.
So we have one race left in the season, regionals. What are some of your expectations for regionals? What's the goals? Do you have goals?
I don't, honestly. Because this season, I've been injured all season. So this is going to be like the first race, hopefully, going into it without an injury. So I'm just going to race all out. I'm probably not going to PR because it's like a hilly course. And
They changed it. It's not long anymore. Remember last
so it's
year?
less than 8K?
No, like, remember last year it was like 200 meters
right.
long? It's not long anymore.
Yeah, still, there's hills. Like, the course that we did last year for regionals, it was flat. There was no hills. So this year it's like, there's a hill, so I'm not expecting a PR. But, like, since, I don't know, I could probably run hard still. Stick on people, pick them off. I don't really go into a race, like, with a goal, except, like, go run fast. For this time, I'm obviously not going to run as fast as I usually do, but I'm going to try to run as fast as possible, because that's what races are about. It's not about, oh, I need to get points. No, it's, I need to run fast. That's what track and cross country are all about. Just run as fast as you can. We're gingerbread men at the end of the day.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, the song, Run as Fast as You Can, I'm a gingerbread man.
Oh. It's
That.
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
My bad. Never mind.
I forgot where this comes from. I don't know.
So when people hear that you have no goals...
No, I have goals. It's like just long-term goals.
Just run fast. Well, yeah, what are some of your long-term goals? Just get better?
Steeplechase school record.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 8K school record.
Mm-hmm. But
Just be an upstanding guy for the team.
okay, but how does that... Now, when steeplechase is not until track, and 8K school record's not going to happen this year, realistically?
Or just get SUNYAC champ.
How do you stay present when you know, all your goals are long-term?
Because it's like, okay, I'm going to try and PR today, and if I PR, then that's a confidence boost to go forward. If I don't PR, that's okay. I just keep putting in the work to try to get that goal. I know there are, like, short-term goals, like, oh, get to this time. But, like, my time right now, which is 25:46 PR for the 8K, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I ran 25:30. Like, I'll be hype. I'll be like, oh, cool, I ran a PR. But I'm not going to, like, be, like, ecstatic over that. Well, I'm going to be ecstatic, but I'm not going to be like, okay, that's a be it end all. Like, I have an end goal, which is to get the 8K school record and mainly steeplechase school record. Let the record reflect. If I get the steeplechase school record, I'm just quitting the team because that's it. That's I got what I wanted.
For audio only
Yeah, that was my next
listeners.
question. I was like, what happens
What
when
happens
you
when?
reach the
Well,
goal?
I was thinking
Yeah.
about asking that, but I'm nervous that you would. I'll ask it anyway. Like, have you thought about? I know you don't think. Have you thought about what happens if you get any of your goals?
Well, then I make new goals.
There you go.
Because, like, I could probably make goals outside of then those ones. Because, oh, yeah, I got this. Oh, cool, I got medals. Oh, my goodness. But I might shoot for just, like, becoming a road runner. Because, like, David Goggins, if anyone knows, for all audio listeners, he's a guy. He's, like, he's a gunslinger, as my coach would say. And he just straight up runs 100-mile day runs, or 24 hours long, straight of running, just like for mental endurance. And I kind of just want to do that then. Like, just prove to myself that I could do so much more with my body and just keep pushing itself. Not mainly like time-wise, but more just mental endurance-wise.
I did want to ask you about that. You just read his book. What are some lessons that you learned from his book, and what are your main takeaways?
I'm trying to remember back at the beginning because I like just focusing on the ends. Well, one of the end things, like his whole point was like people trying to bring you down, be like, you can't do this, like it's impossible. And then he asked the question like, what if? And I feel like that's just great. Like, what if I do this? And people would just like be shell shocked, like, I don't know, like, just keep telling yourself what if, just to keep yourself going push. I mean, that could work for him. For me personally, if other people are just trying to bog me down, I just ignore them, laugh in their face, and keep going. If it's a negative thought. If it's something like, hey, aren't you injured? Like something like that, I'll be like, yeah, but I'm going to keep going. And I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Or something. But there are other points like, just like staying aware. Because he doesn't focus on like meditation and stuff like that. I feel like meditation is one of the most important things that we need. Because it keeps us in check and like calms our mind, doesn't like make us rash. But he focuses like on that concept later on in life once like he's pushed himself mentally. And like he had a hole in his heart his entire time. But I think just, what was I getting? Yeah, staying aware. Like awareness is one of my favorite things in the world. Just knowing everything. Which I know nothing though. I know everything, I know nothing. I want to just know where I'm at in life, know what I want, and just be aware of others around me. Because I don't want to sound like I have a huge ego, but I just care about people too. I just want to see the best for them. If they're having an upset day or like just a horrible day, and they're like a great person, I want to look out for them. I want to be like, hey, is everything all right? And if they're like not in the mood, I'll just be like, okay, just leave them be and see what happens going forward. Because I just hate when people are like upset. It's one of the worst feelings in the world, and I just want to like see if they're aware too, and see if they could just make that change within themselves with me helping.
What are some ways that you can help?
Honestly, I like writing notes to people because, like, that's the best way that they can't just, like, block out what I'm saying. Because usually I'll go up to people and be like, how are you doing? And they'll be like, and I'll be like, okay, tell me if you need anything. But usually people just, like, won't tell you, like, if they need anything. So I feel like writing a note is just the best way because it makes them have to hear what you have to say and just shows that, like, you're looking out for them directly and indirectly. Who's texting me? So I do that. I like writing notes to people, but also just hugs. Just hugs are the most like you need a hug to stay alive. I'll say that. Like if you don't hug, then you're just not living. You're surviving, but you're not living life. So like hugging just brings people closer together. I feel like hugs, notes, just positive affection and affirmations are one of the best things that we could do for each other in this world.
Can you dive a little deeper into your
Hugging.
meditation? I was gonna say meditation.
It's like this. Sorry.
I mean, you can also go into hugging a little more.
Yeah, let's
Everybody
hug.
loves to
Let's
go.
hug
We
right
can
now.
hug right now.
Sorry, what did you say? I have a necktie.
Can you go a little further into the meditation thing? Because, like, how you got into it and what you've been doing, like, what's your routine with it?
Okay, usually it's just, like, search up meditation for XYZ. Usually I do, like, positive affirmation or just mindfulness, because those are the two things I'm striving for in life. Obviously, you can do other things like focus or, like, manifestation, which are also great things, but, like, meditation is really just to get your mind in the right place of where you want to go and get your head straight, like, oh, I'm, like, thinking about all this stuff. I have classes. Oh, my God. Meditation is just, like, a moment to calm your mind, clear your mind. And it says, like, okay, where'd I go? It's just straight up breathing. Like, just taking a breath is one of the most simple things you could do, and it helps so much in life. People just don't do it because they're, like, smoke or whatever. That's what they breathe. They breathe smoke. There's tetrazine in the yellow 5.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs.
If you vape. No, nope.
To show how scary that is, we met him in a monster. We can talk about workouts now.
Yeah, let's talk about training.
Yeah,
Let's go.
This is a Trainologue podcast. I want to talk about working out with you specifically because we've had
I'm on the podcast.
our fair share of those at this point.
What, people?
No, what? Running workouts together.
Oh. They're talking about people on the podcast. We've had a fair share of people.
We've had people.
Yeah, you've had Olivia, Donald.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we work out together, I'll say that you have a history of maybe pace pushing a little bit. Can you talk a little about...
Where is this coming from?
Well, to quote our good friend Michael Gay Burns, we had a threshold mile that was supposed to be 5:35 to 5:40. You're in 5:20.
Okay, you can't prove that.
I can't. And then we have had 400s where you push the pace. I'm not here to out you. I'm here to...
If I get pace. I just think it's...
Yeah, I'm here to...
so
Yeah, exactly, because you're really
strong.
fast and big and strong. Maybe you're just better than everyone. Talk about your mindset and workouts, how you kind of just go for it, and how you need others to hold you back because you're so big and strong and fast.
Yeah. Okay, so high school, I had a teammate, Archie, and the issue is, me and him, we're both agents of freedom. Like, we are always chasing, like, the best. He is the most free person I've ever met. He's like J.R. Morgan on steroids. He just doesn't care what people think. But he also doesn't care about his pacing. And I never cared about my pacing. So in high school, we never paced ourselves. We just went out and ran, and we never ran with watches. Like, I only started wearing a watch senior year. So I didn't know, like, what pace I was running, what I was doing, how much mileage. I was just running. and that helped. And now running here, like, I'll have to say this certain pace at a certain time and do, like, this thing, blah, 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 blah. It just feels like too much for me, so I know it's good and whatever. And I try to, like, slow down now. Like, today's long run, my average was all, like, sub-7. Whoops. But, yeah, I want to try to fix pace pushing. I know it's a bad thing, but I also feel like just running without a watch is one of the best things, too.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like, it's always like, oh, my God, what is my pace for this certain thing? And it's like, why am I doing this?
You're not a watch race guy, right?
I never raced with the watch.
Yeah.
I've never raced with the watch in my life.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I've never had the balls to do it.
We'll cut it out!
Yeah, a lot of people have worn watches for races. A lot of people have not worn watches for races. I feel like there's a bit of a discrepancy
I've never worn a watch
there
in my life.
between people. I don't know. Noah, what about you? What's your opinion on that?
I don't like wearing a watch because then I look down at 7:20 and then I give
Oh.
up.
Oh, we took a turn. Okay, no, it's
See, that's the thing. It, like, bogs you down.
Yeah,
You're
it
like,
does.
Yeah, it can.
You're-
Oh, I'm so like.
it's like a
It's
negative
like stick out your
affirmation.
head.
That's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
hate the markers. Like, when we pass the 1K, 3K, blah, 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 whatever.
And you can see the
It
time.
tells you the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care. But when people are screaming numbers at you and you don't know the distance, it's like, I don't care. I could be running like 5 minutes for 10 miles.
It's like at Mike Woods when people are screaming 1K to go at you for like 1K.
Oh my God. Yeah, Coach Couch.
400 meters to go.
You have
I still
800
a
left.
K
I
and
like
a half.
another mile.
Yeah.
You were wrong, Couch.
Yeah.
So earlier in the show, we talked about making memories when running. What are some of your favorite running memories that stand out to you?
Hold on, let me think, because I love running memories. I feel like they're the best thing to have because it keeps you like in line.
You
Like,
can separate it into high school and college if you'd like.
I never had any good high school running memories.
Okay,
It was only the gift workouts that were great.
gotcha.
Like races or not workouts or just runs. Right?
Literally anything could be, like we said, a pre-meet with like the day, like staying in a hotel with people. It could be anything.
Just memories in general.
Yeah, memories
Okay,
associated with a team.
because I have too much good memories.
Awesome, that's great.
Okay, well, let's just do like basic runs first, like our Wednesday style runs and like workout days.
Okay.
When we ran up Strahms, when it was raining, all 5 freshman boys in one place, we were running like 12 flat pace for 5 miles up a rainy hill, muddy. Jared Morgan had a giant gash on his face. Jesse was like, "Go down me, guys!" And then we just rained down, and it was still raining. It was just fun. We were all losing our minds. We were genuinely tweaking, as some people would say. So, like, that's a good memory.
That's a great one.
Another one that's great for me is just recently I went on a run with, like a long run with Matt Hayden, where I was, like, injured. My whole knee thing was still going on. Like, that was, like, the worst of it, where I was, like, like, just hopping along the trail. And he, like, just ran beside me. He's like, "Yo, is everything good?" Checked up on me. And, like, I just felt very alone going into sophomore year. So seeing, like, him care for me at that moment just, like, made me feel very great. And he gave me a lot of advice. And that just helped me, like, push forward for that wrong run. And it hurt so much. But I got through, and that was such a great confidence booster going forward. So shout out to him for helping keep the season great for me.
We should probably get him on the podcast
Oh
at
my
some
God.
point.
Yeah.
We really should.
Yeah.
He's great.
Let's do, like, a 24-hour live stream. I mean, workout days. There was one with Jarsky and Owen Sullivan. Rest in peace. Both of them, actually. It was on the grass track.
For audio only, they didn't die in real life.
And also visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a grass track workout. It was like 9x1K on the grass track. And going into this was my freshman year of college. I didn't know what was going on, and I was put with my old senior captain and also this guy that I knew nothing about. But like he's chill. Owen's chill. I love Owen. And it was just great because Owen and Jarsky kept me going. It just felt good to be in like a pace group where they're actually pacing me. And like we weren't pushing. I mean, we were kind of pushing a little bit, but like then Jarsky paced us out. So it just felt great like that. Finally feeling like I was part of a team that I never felt like in high school, because it just felt so like individual in high school. Yeah,
Any
that's really-
meets in particular?
What?
Any meets in particular?
Actually, yeah. Well, Mike Woods last year was one of the best days ever because everyone just PR'd.
It's amazing.
Coming off that line, seeing such a huge PR for me. Saw Christian Jack, brought him in for a big ol' hug. I have a picture of it. My hair's wet. I'm hot, though.
That's a great photo.
Yeah.
That's an amazing photo.
So, that was just such a great day for me. And then also regionals last year because, I just kept PRing because I was healthy. I stayed healthy and didn't have an entire part of my body weaker than the left side. So, that was great. I look back on those days damn, that was great. But also don't compare myself to the past because it's back then I wasn't injured for months on end going into the season, but now I am, so I should focus on fixing that. But then also spring of last semester for freshman year, SUNYACs for my steeplechase, I had to run 9:45 to get to regionals. I was it's probably not going to happen, but might as well just go for it. It was incredible because everyone was cheering me on, and all of a sudden I see Jarsky, who I didn't know was at the meet because he just wasn't there. And all of a sudden he's like, "Let's go, Shimmy!" And oh my god, I started crying mid-race seeing that. And last 200 meters, they're like, "You gotta go now! You gotta go now! You're gonna go to regionals!" I'm like, "What?" Ah! And I dart it. I see the clock. I have 50 meters to go. It's 9:30 something. And I'm like, oh, and I come in at 9:44.89 and just make it to regionals. And that's the first time that I've ever crossed the line just bawling my eyes out of joy. So that was just, it was such a fantastic feeling for me.
Awesome. Those are great
I
memories.
remember that day.
Oh, I love that. I love that day.
And then regionals, is that right?
Cortland.
I got a shirt.
Cortland.
Yeah, it was Cortland's.
Freaking Cortland. Kind of hate Cortland.
If you are from Cortland. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, don't say anything that makes me have to cut it again. I apologize for all the cuts there have been so
sorry.
far.
I'm just tweaking. It could just be I'm saying the most out of pocket thing, or it's just that.
What do you say we do the speed round?
I agree.
Does that mean I'm about to be kicked off the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Noah, start it off.
No. No.
What is your favorite drink concoction?
Oh.
Alcohol?
A
I
new
don't drink
one.
alcohol. Oh wait, just
Oh man. Say it again, Noah.
What is no? Leave that in. We're good.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink alcohol. Okay.
I'm so pure. My favorite drink, mixing together,
Just drink.
just drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you looking at the lime juice? It's not the lime juice.
Okay.
It tastes horrible.
I was wondering.
Well, water, but besides water, chocolate milk. It's great for recovery, I think. I don't know.
It is.
And it just tastes good. If you don't like chocolate milk or you're lactose intolerant, I'm not dissing anyone who's lactose intolerant. That's a Jesse reference.
Usually I ask people who their favorite pro runner is. Do you know pro run? Do you know any pro runners?
Name 2 pro
Okay,
runners.
here's another
Yeah,
thing
just
about
name
me.
2 pro runners.
I don't name 2 pro runners.
Actually, I know you can.
Noah Wiles,
There you go.
Brixton.
There you go. But you know the other one.
Mando Duplantis.
There, well,
There you go.
sure.
My
Yeah.
favorite runner.
Noah Lyles, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yaron Negus. No, don't.
Yeah, he's great.
No, Yaron Negus is cool. He's just very positive, so I like that. Also, he likes turtles. I don't know anything else about running. My favorite song. Is this a question that you guys always ask?
No.
It was or
Kinda.
pre-race song.
Talking to the
I
mic.
ask sometimes.
Okay, well,
Talking to the
give me
mic.
my favorite song and favorite pre-race song. My favorite pre-race song.
He's going to copyright us.
No, I'm not playing it. I just
Oh.
want to. I don't know. Hold on, wait. Let me.
Clancy,
I love 21 Pilots. Here, wait. Let's see. It's probably it's usually One Piece music, or One Piece music. I like One Piece. Okay, it's just good music. Or Deep Forest. Yeah, Deep Forest or One Piece music. In case you don't know either of those things, one of them you should know. One of them is Deep Forest. So Search up on Spotify. My favorite song, though.
He is gonna play it. And-
It is not. No. What? It's not that. Where is it? Hold on, wait.
For audio only listeners, I do
For
not
audio
like
only
the
listener-
song that he's about to
For
play.
audio only listeners.
In fact, I hate the song that he's
For
about to
audio
play.
only listener. No, this song saved my life.
Did it actually?
It's Funky Town.
Yeah, his favorite song is Funky Town.
His favorite song is like Midwest Indigo. by
Nope, I
20
do love
Guns.
that song.
It is.
Reaching out for a cell phone.
Nope,
I don't know the rest.
that's you don't know the beginning.
So cold.
Marc might.
Midwest Indigo.
You can be so cold.
Oh my.
You're
Mid-
so cold. You have a cold heart.
All right, let's go.
So fast.
All right, your question.
My next question is,
Yeah, Stuart will kill you.
what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
The double chunk. At Stuart's, they have this thing called like Death by Chocolate, and I don't.
Shoot, I want ice cream.
It's just very chocolatey. I just like chocolate. I'm so fat.
Yo, can we get ice cream after this?
Yeah, let's do it. What's the biggest animal you can beat in a cage fight if your hands are behind your back?
It's not fair.
You have no hands.
Okay, wait. In a cage fight,
Cage fight, but you have no hands.
how big is the cage?
UFC?
UFC.
You like the octagon.
Yeah, I know. But like, what if I can
This
beat
let's just this room.
Okay.
This room.
this room?
Your hands are zip tied behind your back, and they're indestructible.
Okay,
What's
is this animal like trying to kill me? Actively trying to kill me?
No, but it's just there.
Okay, a sperm whale. Okay,
No,
a sperm
it
whale.
can't fit in this room.
Then I can't. Okay, so like I'm gate kept. So like an octopus. Like let me fight something.
It's-
You
okay.
said what is the biggest animal I can
Yeah,
fight?
it's
JT Bierman is FaceTiming me.
it's
right
got to fit in this room.
It's got to fit in this room. That's
And-
you. Did you ask anyone that? Did you ask the people? Hey, can it fit
Yeah,
in the
but you can't
recording
beat a
studio
sperm
that we're
whale.
gonna do for
You
season
can't beat
3?
You can't beat it.
Okay, can I explain my ways of how I'm gonna kill it?
Sure.
I already explained this to you, and you're probably gonna hate me. So, if you asked it the original way on the other podcast that you asked me, like Shane and Eva Woodworth on their podcast or whatever.
All right, go with that question. Let's go.
Okay. If I had to beat a biggest animal in a fight, it's going to be a sperm whale. Okay? I'm going to build up a civilization. I'm going to mass produce children and make an entire country to create weapons of mass destruction. And then once I have enough funds and weapons, I'm going to train all of my children to shoot. And then we're going to wait for that stupid sperm whale to come back. And me and my ancestors are going to go, fire!
It's bare hands.
What?
Bare hands, no other people.
No, I use my bare hands to create create weapons.
He
Never
found a loophole. I'd
Okay,
say we move
whatever.
on to the
I
next.
use it to
people.
crack the coconuts.
No, I mean it's the
to
best
create
answer.
huts.
It's the best answer we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, what was J.R. Smith saying? Kangaroo.
Yeah.
Did he?
Did he?
I don't know.
Did he?
Did he?
No.
Baby oil!
Um.
Leave that in.
I'm
I said
gonna-
my brother's gonna be
Leave
watching,
that
so
in.
he's gonna be
Leave
so
that in.
confused.
Okay.
Oh.
What's your opinion on Taylor Swift?
Okay, listen.
Microphone.
Okay, listen. I have no hate in my heart.
No enemies.
I have no enemies. I'm stoic. I'm training to be stoic. Yeah, reference. Morgan. What?
Joseph Robert.
So, I don't hate anyone. And then you'd expect me to say but next. That's the end of the sentence. She's just a woman. And people like her music, so I don't hate her. But I hate her fans.
Oh.
Her fans are the issue. It's not her that's the problem. It's her fans.
I thought you didn't have hate in your heart.
No, I only hate Taylor Swift's fans.
Oh, okay.
I don't hate Taylor Swift, though.
Cool.
She's chill, I guess.
Yeah, she's chill.
Except for, like, carbon emissions. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, I'm going to fly to Hawaii to sing for the children.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
You made it
Take a sailboat next
kind of
time.
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she could
she
take
should
a
take a sailboat.
Come on.
Come on, Taylor.
Pirates.
Taylor, be more like Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
We're not gonna talk about One Piece.
All right, congrats on episode 72,000, season
Wait, is that the end of the
72,001.
episode?
Yeah, this is gonna be the end.
Wait, can I, like,
No. Oh no. No, I didn't get the. Can you not end it? It's not over.
What?
It's not
What
done.
do you mean it's not done? Leave that in. We're like adjusting the camera because I ended the video.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, wait. How are you gonna do this?
Then I
Because
have to,
Chris
like,
Schimkus is already on
I
the
have to
podcast.
sync the audio again, and I want to thank you for being on. I guess John Run and Chris Schimkus and Shimmy and Marc and everyone.
Stuart.
Stuart will kill you.
I don't really know what to say anymore because you've been on the podcast. So you were the next episode and guest.
Can it be like the ice bucket challenge? Like I like nominate someone next.
Yeah.
Yeah, nominate someone.
I was gonna say Jared Smith, but hold on, wait. I have to get someone else in my brain. I nominate
Microphone.
Malcolm X.
Okay, and a live person who could reasonably come on the show. Into the microphone, please.
Does Malcolm X have any? Oh wait, let me see if he has like a son.
No,
No,
it can't be.
reasonable.
No,
What do you mean?
reasonable.
You just said they have to be alive.
Reasonable,
Okay, what if he's an athlete?
not reasonable.
All right, I nominate. How much athletes are? Can you put Kayla on the podcast?
Yeah,
That'd be
sure.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, I nominate Matt Hayden for the podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you for being here. See you next time for Kayla Mendoza Stapleton. Bye.
We did it.